And so, people probably question that, but there's a level of continuity in this transfer climate, and there's a level of getting guys that know your system, that believe and fight and buy into
Mm-hmm.
that. And then they're also pretty talented too. So, I think with these guys coming with, we can hit the ground running in regards to our culture, our habits, some of the toughness things, and then they've got the right personalities to be able to play at this level, and they've shown it. I mean, obviously we've played 4 Power 5 teams this season, and I think we're undefeated. No, we lost to one. We were 4-1. We played 5, lost our last game, but
Yeah.
They were fine and good in those levels, and so
Yeah. Yeah.
so there's no issues there. But those kids just believe in what we believe in, and that goes a long way.
So Cam Manyow, do I have that pronounced correctly?
Uh-huh.
Manyow. Cale Combs, Tavian Banks, Isaiah Howard. Those are the 4, in addition to Bennett Sturts, which we've already talked about. But what positions do those 4, before we get into individually, what 4 do they generally fill? Like what roles do you see those 4 playing?
Yeah, I don't know in regards to like translating to this level.
Okay.
Just trying to figure that out is probably our biggest thing. I know, Cam's obviously an elite ball getter, meaning he's one of the best rebounders in the country at
That's
all
big.
levels.
Yeah.
Yep. Tavion, same thing. Tavion can also trigger your offense. He can get in and out of things pretty quickly. He didn't shoot threes this year. He actually can shoot them, and then he can guard 1 through 4. Obviously, at the Missouri Valley level, he's able to guard 1 through 5. I think that might be a stretch in the Big Ten.
Yeah.
Isaiah Howard is a 6'6", under-recruited kid that, he's the type that he's a Big Ten wing. Like, and he fights. He's athletic. He can shoot, and he's the sky's the limit for him. Cale Combs, 6'4" point guard. He just we had Isaiah Jackson at the time, and so he was, those two kind of split minutes for the most part, but he can pass and play at this level as well. Definitely excited about him. But like, even if you look, and we did a little research on the Final Four teams, I'm not sure, I have the stats somewhere, but very few of those guys were Power 5 transfers. Like, a lot of them were more your mid-major moving up or your low-major moving up than it was just Power 5 to Power 5. And I'm sure there's 1 or 2. I know that Houston had 1. Meta had 2. They had the kid from Baylor as well. So, but for the most part, it's guys that are hungry, that fight, and have really developed at the lower levels and then move up and are able to compete in the whatever league they're in.
And you've talked about in your opening press conference and other interviews just the importance of being together, being a team, fighting for each other, loving each other. Is that also kind of some of the characteristics that these 5 Drake guys are bringing over to Iowa?
Oh, 100%. Just the habit of being ready and the habit of serving each other. That still is what wins basketball games. Like, that's where I think so often we miss a little bit in especially, and this is why I took this job, is because you can build it a certain way. People from Iowa and people from the Midwest that come to Iowa, I think you can keep them here and build a sustainable culture and a sustainable program to be able to win championships. Are you always going to get a 5-star to come to University of Iowa? We would certainly love that, and we're going to recruit them. Is that always going to happen that way? I don't know. I think you still have to build it in a little bit more unique way, where you're developing kids that want to be here, that want to stay here, that want to win championships, and believe you can do that here. And those kids that we brought with us from Drake, same concept when we got there. It's like, well, we've got a junior college kid, a couple transfers from Wyoming, some D2 guys. How are they going to perform in the Missouri Valley, or how are they going to perform when they play Miami in the first round of the Charleston Classic and the Vanderbilt in the championship? Well, and then Mizzou favored in that deal. I think they were favored by 7 or 8. It's like, okay, well, I think they perform pretty well. So,
Yeah.
and they play with a chip on their shoulder, and that's what we like.
Cooper Koch is the other known roster piece at this point. I got to talk to his dad, a former Hawkeye I'm sure you're familiar with growing up, J.R. Koch. I think the sky's the limit for him. And what did you like about him, and what does he bring to this team coming back?
Well, when we were at Northwest, we had a bunch of guys like him, like kind of 6'8", can shoot, can rebound, can eventually guard multiple positions, can post if you get a mismatch. Like those are the kind of kids that have a lot of success in our system. He, and his personality, like he's got a good, energetic personality that wants to be at Iowa, and that's a big deal for us going forward. You know, again, like the development, how can he guard multiple positions? Can we get him to that level? Can he punish mismatches throughout? Because we set a lot of ball screens. So, for him, if you, let's say Bennett comes off a ball screen from him and you switch, now can he post a mismatch? And those things are a big deal. The way we play offense is those mismatches or those leveraging certain things throughout a possession, and he can do all that. He's a tough kid, and he's done nothing but win in high school.